Claire from Creative the Ottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator here in the UK. Thank you for joining me. I've got a bit of a wow on the inside card today. So if you've watched my videos before, one of my favourite makes is when it looks nice from the outside, but when you open it, there's a bit more of a wow. With Valentine's just around the corner, this is themed around that. It's actually for my hubby. And as my name is Ottaway, what better set to use than the awesome otters from the celebration? Hence why I've done the otters on it as well. I've also used Nothing's Better Than set. I've actually used some of the dies for the wording and some of the stamps for the chocolate and another die there, and just added a little heart. So today what I'm going to do is show you how to make the base of the card and then let you go off and decorate it however you want, and just send me a picture. I love to see what you make with some of the cards that we designed together. So this is a really simple make. You just need a piece of base card. So I've used Poppy Parade. I've used red because of Valentine's. It would be perfect for any type of card. I did think about doing more of a child's birthday card and using the cars and the camper and just doing like a driving scene. So that's sort of the next idea that I've got. You also need some designer series paper. I've chosen to use that on the inside so that it gives that bit of a wow. I actually used it on the front as well as the background piece, but that's again entirely your choice. And I've used one of the Stitch So Sweetly dies just to do that, and just because I wanted it to stand out a little bit more, I've matted it onto some black. I just thought that it just brings out the outline of the otter and just brings it all together. The little hearts, I've had those a little while. I think it's from the Playful Pets suite. So there's some white and some red hearts that go with that, but they've just come in useful for that. And that's about it. I think the only other thing is that stitched rectangle. Again, a great favourite of mine is stitching on dies. Just think it adds another layer to your work. So base card, you just need a piece that's 5 7/8 by 8 2/8. So basically it's half of your A4 sheet. And then we need a piece of designer paper that's 5 6/8 by 8. Now, shall I cut that? I know this one's already the right size, so let's cut our designer series paper. So what did I say? It needs to be 5 6/8 by 8. So let's just get that ready. So I will do that at 8. See, and that's the bit that's left over from the front. So you could actually make 2 cards at once, which again is something I do quite often. And it's 5 6/8 or 5 3/4 inches. So that's that. And then the only thing you need to do on both pieces of DSP and card is score them so that they make your card. So the Poppy Parade card that I'm using, I'm scoring that at 4 1/8 of an inch. Okay, make sure you've got rid of your cutting blade and you're just scoring. And then that makes my base card. Okay, and this one I'm going to score at 4 inches. Okay. And I'm actually going to score it on both sides, just so that it's got a nice fold. It just helps your paper give a bit, and then you can decide which way round. I mean, obviously with this one with the clouds, that will only work if my card is that way, whereas on this design, it's opening it like that. So I'm actually going to have it with the dots facing upward. So that needs to fold that way, and I'm going to do lots of work on this side. Okay, So once you've decided what pattern is on the inside, put the right sides together, and then this is the piece that we're going to work on. Basically, we are going to end up with this shape, okay? Like this. Looks really complicated, doesn't it? Not at all, ladies, honestly. And gents. So we're just going to secure that. We'll just burnish it there. I'm just doing it with my thumb. Make sure you've got a nice crisp edge, okay? And then what you're going to do is you are going to, on the folded side, so the edge that's folded, you're going to place it at 1 inch, okay, there. And what we are intending to do is cut a line 1 inch down. Now, on the side of your Stampin' Up trimmer, there is inch marks. So if I just push that down a moment, 1 inch is actually along that line, so that's a good visual clue of where you want to cut to. So I'm going to lift that up again. I'm going to place my fold at the top, get it to 1 inch, bring my cutting blade up, and I know that I want to go to this line, so I'm actually going to place it on the line to start with. So I'm going to bring it down, and on the edge of your blade, there's like a little groove that shows you where the middle is on here. So put that there, place it on the line, so it's exactly the same there, and then cut up, okay? And you end up with a cut like that. Now I'm going to flip it over and do it on the other side, exactly the same at 1 inch. Find where the 1 inch line is and cut it up. So now I've got 2 cuts, and I'm going to join the cut lines together and score. So again at 1 inch, because you know you've gone to a 1 inch depth, get rid of that cutting blade so there's no mistake, and you're scoring a line between those two. Okay. So you should have that. So can you see the score line? I'm just going to fold that backwards both ways, just so it's got a nice deep mark to go to. I'm going to open it out and I'm going to push it inwards, but bring these side bits forward. So the middle gets pushed back and the sides are brought forward. And then again, I'm just going to press down on all of my lines with your bone folder if you've got it. And you end up with that. So go to the folded side again, and this time we are looking for 2 inches. So we place it at 2 inches, and we're going to cut down, but only 3/4 of an inch this time. Now that's a little bit tricky, but only in that there's no line like last time to see where it is. But if you look on here, there's 1 inch, there's 2 inch, and you can just about see where 3/4 of an inch is. If you hold the plastic runner up with your finger until you've got it right where you need it, just make sure that that line there on the side is at 3/4. And when you're happy, press down and go up. Okay, it's a little bit stiffer because it's got a couple of folds to go on, but that's the first cut. Spin it over and do it again. So line it up at 2 inches, hold it with your finger until you're happy. Find 1 3/4 of an inch there. So 1, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, and cut up again. So now I've got those 2, and this time what I'm going to do is lay it on the 2 inch mark and join these 2 lines. Is it 2 inches that I want to lay it on? No, it's 1 3/4 inches. So lay it at the 1 3/4 inches. Oh, sorry about that, nearly told you wrong. Okay, and this time join those 2 lines up. So it's just the middle piece that you're doing. So it's a slightly shorter depth. And again, fold it. Doesn't have to be right over, but just so it knows which way you want it to go. Okay, and this time these ones are folding back. So that one folds like that. If you turn it over, this one folds like that. And because you've already done the pressing on the folds, that is it. Okay, you ready for the ta-da moment? So let me open that. Ta-da! How cool is that? And that then just gets stuck inside your card. So I'm just going to repeat the last fold just so that you know. So it was like, and you should end up with that shape like that as well, so you know that it's right. Okay, so if I push one back, so with the first one it's really easy, you can just push it through and you can see straight away. With the second one, you've just scored it, and it's as easy again, just push it back like that, and that will bring that forward. And that's it. So what I tend to do is put glue on one side first. Oh, that's coming out quite quickly, isn't it? Do you know, I've been struggling all morning with the glue, and I thought, oh no, as soon as I'm on camera, you know what's going to happen, it's going to run out. Instead it does the opposite. So I just line that up with there and there. Just make sure there's a bit of a border all the way around, like so. And that bit's glued. And just press it all over. And now do the same on this side. And then it's yours to decorate exactly how you want. So I'm going to bring that side over, give it a press, make sure it's nice and flat so it's ready for posting. And then ta-da! There is your pop-up card. Now you could have it that way round, you could have it that way round, all sorts. The choice is yours. The paper, I don't think I said, the paper is actually from the Flowering Fields Designer Series paper. I know it doesn't look like it because it's not tulips and flowers, but it's sky and beautiful polka dot. So if I bring this one back in, you've got the layer on the front and then the pop-up wow inside. Ta-da! So a really effective wow card, but really simple to make. I hope you've enjoyed this quick and easy tutorial today. I try and make them as basic as I can, so it's perfect for anyone. And you just jazz it up and make it your own. Make it as layered as you like, depending on the person that you're giving it to. Thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please subscribe, and if you'd like to share your makes with me, it's createtheottaway@gmail.com. I look forward to hearing you. Thanks for watching. Bye.